Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant IB back again. News, views on the news, and some more documenting. And y'all, this is like scary sad. This is like scary sad. The Caucasian has figured out a way to eliminate all melanin on the planet. And it's not even so much more as a secret weapon. Because he has found a partner in crime who do not understand for themselves that when he intends to eliminate all melanated people, he intends to eliminate all melanated people. Y'all seen recently the uptick in the mixed marriage promotion and all the rest of this stuff on TV and everything else like that, right? But when you look at it in Hollywood, you only see it one way, right? White man, black woman. And a lot of y'all just probably said, this is innocuous, not really a problem. That's what the Aboriginals thought when the Caucasians came and did that to them, came and told the women, the Aboriginal women, that you don't need to be with your own men. And now the Aboriginal in Australia is going extinct. If they're not already extinct. But I'm sure some of you someone in the comment section would be able to, you know, there's a lot of brothers that have a lot of knowledge to this stuff, right? So I don't know if they're fully extinct but I know they're almost totally extinct. And they did it through their women. See, the Afro men just really don't believe in accosting the woman violently. That is not that is not an Aboriginal trait. That is a Caucasian trait. The Caucasians understand this. So all they had to do was get the woman to just, deny the melanated man and not produce children with them. Not only did the woman willingly do that, but murdered off about one third to one fourth of the, or one fourth to one third of the Afro population through abortion. That's over 22 million, not counting California, New Hampshire, and Maryland. But if you count California and Maryland, probably a little bit of New Hampshire, you'll get close to 50 million abortions that black women had by themselves, eliminating a fourth to a third of the Afro population through murder or death, more than everything else that has killed us combined. And that was the plan. So let me start off by greeting everybody real quick. Havorten Hardu Gudag Ola Oit to the Bang, Vasas Los, Bonjour mes amis, Kedu Bawani Konnichiwa, Nihao Nihama, Sani Bonani, Jamba Habaragani, Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Okay, so this is a New York Times article. This is a New York Times article. So if you want a copy of this article, I haven't been checking my email because, the internet's been trouble. But if you want a copy of this article, send a message to my email, which will be in the description box. I'm not going to tell you what my email is anymore because I keep telling everybody it's in the description box. Do not ask me for my email. Look in the description box, which is right below the video. Just look in there and get the email. I shouldn't have to give anybody my email. But I will give thanks to Will 9529. All right? For the article. He's the one that dug it up. So let's get into this. All right. One of the things I thought was very, very curious, all these very, very dark models, any really, really dark woman that the Caucasian system comes across, they quickly go make her a model and then quickly have her hook up with white boyfriends, and she usually then gets married to a white man. All right. It was never out of love. I don't care if they were your favorite rock star or whatever. It was never out of love. It was to make sure that there would never be another something as dark as this woman, that she would not produce anything dark as this woman. You know, there will never be, Serena Williams will never produce, because of her husband, a person with the genetics of her father will never come out of her. The person with the genetics of the Afro man, which is stronger than that of the Caucasian, when you talk about muscle mass, density, and all the rest of that stuff, twitch speed, and all the rest of that stuff, yes, she's not going to produce that ever again. All right? And that's the thing. Ever again. So, we're thinking, well, it's not really something, right? Turns out it is an organized plan with the help of Hollywood and the black women themselves. But the black women themselves do not understand that while they're up here hating on us, they're going to eliminate themselves. Right now, they're already being eliminated. I'm going to show you how in a minute. But first, um, let me just say this real quick, and I wanted to put this up here, right? There's a reason I put the moving picture in the middle up, because I was like, wow, this is a really fine dark woman, right? And turns out that, yep, she got white boyfriend. They made her a model. She quickly then got a white boyfriend. And this is what the African models do primarily, or the Afro Americans. And trust me, if any black woman in any European run country gets some come ups, no, she does not bring it back into the black community. They quickly marry her out off, like what they did with the woman that almost became the face of Globalizer. All right. She, no, she was like, I'm beautiful, this, that, and the other. But then she feel like, well, but I'm not going to pass it down. So she robbed the community of that melanin. All right. Now, y'all keep thinking that the same thing that goes for black women go for black men. I kept telling y'all that no, it isn't. It isn't the same. It's all about what man is going to train the children to think of melanated people. All right. Now, oh, well, let me just say subscribe. And when you subscribe, click that notification bell. All right. And if you want to donate, my PayPal me link will be in the description box. But as usual, remember, take care of yourself, your home first. Because this is about brothers helping a brother do something. But we can't help each other do crap if we do it making ourselves go broke. So you always take care of your bills first. And then if you don't have nothing left, no. If you don't have spare, no, don't donate crap to me. Hold on to your thing. I had to tell a sister that wanted to donate some money. She was having a hard time situation. Um, Her husband had left for a while on work, and stuff got rough. And then she was going to have a lump sum of money coming in. And I did the math in my head quickly. And even though she's getting a lump sum of money, she was not fit to donate to the channel. Because people don't think. Y'all need to think. All right, let me take care of the back stuff. All right, now let me put something aside just in case of emergency. Ooh, I got some left over. Then help a brother out. All right. Wanted to make that clear, especially for you newbies. All right, to my channel. I got picked up a few subscribers here and there. All right, so understand this. So this is the breakdown of this woman, right? All right, this is what Will sent. All right, Professor Boas predicts race amalgamation may be retarded by legislation, but cannot be avoided, he tells Negroes. Means Negro elimination. All right, this is how it is. Union of white fathers and black mothers will bring this about. And is danger in reverse condition. So it's danger to the Caucasian if it's black man, white woman. So where would we get such an article like this? A black this that magazine? No. How about the New York Times? Y'all see that down at the bottom? The New York Times. So, danger in reverse condition. Now, I wanted to read a little bit, and we're going to read only in the right column. But again, if you want the article, first of all, you could go to Will comment in my section. All right, and I might put it at the top of the video, or I might how do you do it? I'm gonna staple it or whatever to the top of the video, right? And it's going to be the video I just put up about the war on Afro leaders. Okay, now I'm gonna start with Miss Mary Church Terrell, who is a member of the school board of the District of Columbia, spoke on the effect of the disenfranchisement of colored men on the condition of colored women. All right, so what they did is legislatively, they decided to put the colored women above the colored men, even though the colored men saw the woman as important as himself in the house. But she had duties, he had duties. Right? And so, and this is in the South. And so what they wanted to do was promote the colored women above that of the man. Mr. Wells said that the co-acquiescence of the North in the disenfranchisement of the Negro men in the South is treason to the Constitution. Let me read that again. Mr. Terrell said that the cold acquiescence of the North in the disfranchisement of Negro men in the South is treason to the Constitution. Remember, I kept saying that the black woman has committed treason to the, I wasn't saying it lightly. Remember, I was formerly a military person, retired from the Army, so I understand treason by its definition. And I said that the black woman was guilty of treason against the Afro man and his children, his seeds, the community as a whole. She's even against herself. We'll get to that in a minute. She predicted disastrous consequences to the nation from this disenfranchisement, because she said it would either make the Negroes cowardly. The thugs and the simps, all right, is going to be here. Cowardly, that would be the simps. Supine, useless race, or a race of desperados and anarchists seeking violence, there's the thugs, vengeance for their wrongs. So the cowardly would be the simps. The anarchists seeking violent vengeance for their wrongs, That would be the thugs. All right. And it would get worse. All right. So, Miss Terrell, now let me say this. It would be many Afro men if we had anything to fight for. Period. Ms. Terrell repeated her previous declaration that it is impossible for a colored girl to reach virtuous womanhood in domestic service in the South because of the persecution of Southern white men. All right. Remember, the Afro men has nothing to defend or fight for in the United States because the black woman has committed treason. Understand this. And this goes out to the black woman. The black woman has committed treason against the Afro men that would have fought for them. They put them in court because all they wanted was their money. All right. And now she just needs to be eliminated because we understand that the black woman seeks nothing more than to have us eliminated and destroyed. That's our thought. Why are the Afro men thinking like that? Because we're witnessing what the black woman is doing to us by her own hand. Okay, Professor Albert Bushnell Hart of Harvard University declared that on the whole, Negro race was rising. So we were rising. He denounced as harmful errors what he called the general belief that only Southerners can form right judgments on the race problem, that the mass of Negroes will not work, that education unfit the Negro for the work that he is put in the world to do. We'll get back to that in a minute. All right. All right. And so the guy that posted this, this was his quote. He says, the New York Times article from 1910 outlines the white supremacist plan to use interracial relationships between black women and white males to eliminate the Negro, or in short, as a tool of genocide. Here we are 100 years later, and this is being pushed with aggression in the propaganda of the blank run media such as the Washington Post, CNN, ABC, Essence Magazine, and various other films aimed at black females. This is the same method of warfare waged by whites against Native American females and black Aboriginal people in Australia. This is obviously not being promoted because of love being colorblind. It is being promoted to eliminate those with the most color, melanin. All right, I want y'all to understand this. All right, now in reverse, what's happening is you got a whole bunch of women around the world that are looking at the Afro man as a viable option, willing for him to put the pride in being melanated in the child. Period. I don't know about Japan or China, though, because they love some whiteness. But on rare occasions, you might find that one there even. All right? Now, I want y'all to just look at this. You could just freeze it here and see what they were talking about, right? At no point did they want the white woman to be with the Afro men. All right, I'm going to read the last paragraph on the left side. The result of such amalgamation has already occurred, shows that the proportion of the Negro blood become less as the amalgamation process. What makes it less? Most of the cases, the great majority of the mixed types are children of white fathers and black mothers. Such a mixture tends to inevitably to reduce the amount of Negro blood and means in the end the elimination of the Negro type. Elimination of the Negro type. There would be a danger that this process would not work out into race amalgamation if the mulattoes were children of white mothers and black fathers. Let me read that again, just in case you didn't. And I am reading from the New York Times, 1910. The New York Times, 1910. The result of such amalgamation as already occurred shows that the proportion of the Negro blood becomes less as the amalgamation process progresses. As the amalgamation progresses, did I say processes? Progresses. So as this progresses, right, most of the case, the great majority of the mixed types are children of white fathers and black mothers. Such a mixture tends inevitably to reduce the amount of Negro blood and means, in the end, the elimination of the Negro type. This goes out to all the black women. All right. Now, what we figured out as Afro males, actually, I figured this out a while ago. That's why I preach to y'all the way that I do. There would be a danger that this process would not work out into race amalgamation if the mulattoes were children of white mothers and black fathers. All right, understand this. Let me finish off the last quote. The Negro who won't work, said Professor Hart, is not found in large cities where there's a demand for labor in the factories. He is not found on the cotton belt. The Negro in the cotton belt is industrious, and many of them work their plots on rental arrangements with makes industry an object, for they share in the crop. It is only the smaller cities in town where the demand is principally for domestic service, and a shiftless class of Negroes drift in from surrounding countryside is to be found. Understand? In other words, when you rob a man an ability to work, then or you take his land, yes, he becomes shifty. Basically, form gangs and all the rest. Period. So all around the world, we have willing participants, and had it not been for the men taking other options, we could have been totally eliminated from the pool. Period. Because black women don't realize that they were never loved by the Caucasian man. It was a means to the end. And the end was the elimination of all melanin. Because they're going to die off, and their children are going to be raised to believe that they should be with only Caucasian people. Because that's what the mama taught them to be ashamed of their melanin, and that's what the daddy taught them also. Because he figures that having no melanin is superior than to having it. So the black woman bought into supremacists and the elimination of the Afro peoples. Not realizing that even after she got rid of all the men, she's thinking, yes, she's an it thing, right? But then she's going to be eliminated. Because as soon as she die off, all melanated people die off. See, you might get rid of us men first, but by getting rid of us, you get rid of the entire population of melanated people. Again, look at the Aboriginal in Australia and New Zealand. There's still love in Melanesia. Understand this, right? So, like I said, we let them have the famous, right? But understand this. We don't take any crap from the simps, and we put seeds in whoever we want whenever the opportunity arises, because that's how melanated men live on. And the black woman don't love us. They're not going to show us any love, and that's okay. But they're being replaced right now. Their treachery has caught up to them. And I told you it was an act of treason. But I told you so just doesn't seem enough. So that wall is getting brick after brick after brick after brick. All right. And the simps can have at it too. They ain't going to want to see this article. All right. So with that said, I'm out.